Welcome back to Doc Allen TV. So, this particular um, message will be for those who may be encountering some challenges and encountering certain things in life that you may have to go through, whether it's job loss, um, looking to find your way in your business, going through business struggles, going through certain obstacles and relationships, whatever that it may be. So I'm starting a short series in which is certain things in my life, and I feel like everyone should tell their story. You don't have to tell overly personal things that you don't want to tell or share. I'm not saying that, but eh, in ways that God has helped you, you know, to keep you alive. And you honestly know nobody else could have done it. And so I'm releasing short series on certain things that I know have happened in my life that's only through him, nobody else. And people say, you know, man, you speak on him a lot. You bring him and then you bring your grandmother up because the God and the grandmother, are the two most important entities that I've had um, in my life to for me to be alive at 41. So this first one is me showing you the video with the water, trying to create and get some AI going. So me supposed to be the baby, and then the other picture is supposed to be dad. So um, dad went in the military and got stationed from Mississippi to Denver, Colorado. So I could have been telling people I'm from Denver, but nah, born in Mississippi. We moved there early, and around 2 or 3 years old, we were staying in an apartment complex. I remember it being so cold there. It freezes up there. Like Denver, Colorado gets cold, man. The snow. I remember the snow, and Dad put the gloves and everything on me. Um, and so on. But to get to the story, I could have not been here talking to you now at 2 or 3. So what I was told, I was trying to get this beach ball out of the pool. We had a pool. This was summertime. You imagine it was warmer. If I'm saying pool, we had a pool outside of the apartment complex, and so we getting ready to go in. So me, and me. And that's why you see me with the basketball shooting and so on. If you look this, like I just, some things in your gene you love, but I went to go get the ball out, and guess what happened with me? I tipped over. I'm in the pool under the water, you know, and I know it's true because after that, even as I got a few years older, I still would have problems after I got my haircut with getting putting my head underwater to get washed. I can remember getting popped a couple times or even whooped just because I didn't want to put my head under no water. You said you do. Yeah, of course I would do it now. Will you swim? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm an adult now. But for a couple years, I didn't want anything to do with that. So that was just one of the ways that I know he saved me. And because dad could have killed, well, anything could have happened. And at that time, mom and dad, they was, as we was as one, a younger family. I have other siblings now. And I just feel that you got to share your stories. And in that instance, I just think about like whatever I'm going through. It's like, man, you could have been gone. You could have been gone out of here, but God saved you to go along with the other um, things that I'm gonna share, the other scenarios that I'm gonna share as well. And something said, man, like somebody got to share some of these stories that didn't happen to them, that where it was a higher power and entity to keep you alive. And so I do know this: if you're ashamed of him when you go before him, it's gonna be a shame of you when you go before God. And so when it comes to telling this story, it's easy for me to do. Some people have no idea. A lot of people don't know and don't care, when it comes to your life and so on. And I'm not doing this just for me, but maybe this story will help somebody. And then you can see the overall picture of like whatever you've been through, you've been in worse situations. And on top of the worst situations that you've been through, you could have possibly been gone. I want you to think your situation can always get better from whatever it is. Whatever adversity, deal with the adversity, go head on, get knocked down. And I feel like it's so satisfying when you do get knocked down and come back up stronger, faster, better at everything that they said you couldn't do or doubted you or your business. You just couldn't get that breakthrough and you finally get it, you know. So I just wanted to come on. And like I said, I'm gonna have a short series on and some of this stuff, I really can make a mini movie out of, like, just putting together some videos back to back, and some telling me to do that, instead of you guys seeing the one video. But I had this on my heart to go ahead and put out, so I didn't spend much time in the creating, department, which I love doing. I love creating, I love making mini movies and doing things like that. Like, um, but again, you know, y'all need to subscribe. You got a lot of um, things that I'll be sharing, as well as um, helping just whatever knowledge base that I have. I'm willing to share with you guys. But I feel like in the time of the day, you need from an authentic person for somebody to like really be a real person and not a bot, just looking to get likes and get add-ons, that really have been through some of the things some of you guys having to deal with. Um, and so I again, me just thinking about situations and thinking I could have been gone at such a young age. Man, I'm thankful, and I'm always gonna speak of God regardless. And at the end of the day, I never say I'm perfect and I'm better because He speak. I would never do that. Probably one of the most humble dudes that would be up on here, but I'm very confident in my craft as far as writing, education, coaching, and basketball. That's where the cockiness do come in. But just a humble overall dude, and it's part of the reason why. And I wrote down like 5 different scenarios. I'm like, man, I really could have been gone. Like, and it's more than that, but them 5 just came quickly, um, because I know it was nobody else. It was nobody else that saved me at that time. Um, man, but I'm gonna get into the other ones, and I hope this message do get to some of you. But I say like and subscribe, as I will be putting this out along with other videos and keeping that motivational going. It just want to keep people like pushing forward, going forward. And so, and I'm versatile, when it comes to me. And I'm just so thankful, man. I've helped so many people. Me buying the girls basketball team shoes, you know, um, being able to bless them like last year. Um, and I go on and on with stuff, So part of my reason being here is to help others, and it's not just me, my life, save up, give to my family, do nothing for nobody else. That's not why I'm here. Everybody have their own thought process, but for me, it's to show people that there's light on the other side amongst all the darkness. I'm one of the ones on the light side. And again, I was speaking to people. They were saying, "Man, you still have fun." Yes, you have fun, but the talking negative and all of that type of stuff. I'm just not him, and I know that's what sell, but I'm not. I'm more on the positive side, the motivation. Let's make money. Let's make history type of dude. But just wanted to share that and just putting out my story. And I advise everybody to do that because when you gone, you can't rewrite what's going on. You can't. I don't know how many of y'all this will get to this in basketball, but just look at how they talking about Kobe. And I imagine if he could come back, he would be doing what I'm doing now to kind of leave your own bar to kind of set um, your truth out from what you've been through and things you had to overcome and how you felt about certain situations. Because you know when you're gone, your voice, everything's gone unless you leave in writings and videos and putting yourself out there some. So that's what I'm willing to do. And so when I'm gone, there'll be many messages, what I left, my beliefs and what's laid out. But y'all be blessed. This is part one. I didn't even get this a title. But God saved me part one. There you go. I'll put it as that, you know. Um, but I'll catch y'all on the next one. Doc Allen TV.